Welcome to Talks Dada Pod, where English becomes simple, clear, and easy to practice every day.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. I'm really happy to see you all here today.
This is the place where we learn simple, practical English together.
Absolutely. Okay, Emma, can you tell me something honestly?
Always, Jack. I love honest conversations.
Many English learners are scared of just two very small words.
Let me guess.
In and at. Small words, big headache.
Exactly. People often ask, why is English so confusing?
And then they say, I know English, but I don't know this.
But today, we will make it easy.
Friendly, too.
Calm.
And fun.
Jack, when learners use in and at incorrectly, do people still understand them?
Yes, usually they do, so it's not dangerous at all.
Exactly. But learners feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Yes, they feel unsure and their confidence goes down.
That's why we are talking about this today.
Not grammar pressure, Emma. Real-life English.
Let's start very simple. Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
Good, but I'm in my room.
Aha, that's interesting. Same place, different words.
And both are correct. Listeners, don't panic.
Let's explain slowly. At is for a point, a location, or a place name.
And in is for inside something, inside a space, or inside an area.
Emma, can you give an easy example?
Sure. I'm at the bus stop.
You're not inside the bus stop.
No, you're just there.
Exactly. Now another example. I'm in the bus.
Because you are inside.
Exactly. See? Not scary at all.
Learners often ask, what about cities, Jack?
Good question. I live in New York.
Yes, but I'm at the airport in New York.
Both together. English loves layers.
When learners hear rules, they often freeze.
So let's forget rules for a moment.
Let's talk about real life.
Okay, morning time.
I'm listening.
I wake up at 7 a.m.
Time equals at.
I eat breakfast in the morning.
Part of the day equals in.
See how easy it is when we don't overthink it?
Jack, tell me something funny from your learning days.
When I was learning, I said I am in the bus stop.
You were inside the bus stop?
Maybe under it? Mistakes are normal.
They help us remember and make learning fun.
Emma, why do small words feel so big to learners?
Because they want to be perfect.
But English doesn't need perfection.
It needs communication, connection, and confidence.
Listeners, it's okay to pause.
It's okay to think.
And it's okay to make mistakes.
You are learning, and learning takes time.
Emma, how do you feel now?
Relaxed.
Me too. In and at don't feel scary anymore.
They feel friendly, like little helpers guiding us.
They help us explain life clearly.
English is part of life, not an exam.
And life is messy.
So English can be messy too, and that makes me happy.
Me too, Emma. You know what I'm thinking now?
What?
In and at are like directions for the listener.
Yes, they help people see the place.
Without them, English feels blurry.
Exactly. Emma, let's talk about places people go every day.
Good idea. School.
I'm at school. That means the location.
But I'm in the classroom, inside the space.
Perfect. Next, the office.
I'm at work, a general place.
I'm in a meeting, inside an activity.
Ooh, that's important.
Yes, in is not only for places, it's also for situations.
Like?
I'm in trouble. We all know that one.
Or I'm in love. That sounds nicer.
So in feels deeper, inside life.
What about events?
Good question. I'm at a party because it's an event.
But
I'm in the party room.
Now it's a physical space. Listeners, don't worry if this feels slow.
Slow is actually good.
Slow learning stays longer in your mind.
Fast learning disappears fast.
Emma, let's talk about addresses.
Ah, very useful.
I live at 21 Green Street.
That's a specific point.
I live in London.
A bigger area.
I live in England.
Even bigger than that.
English likes thinking in sizes,
Big to small.
or small to big.
Jack, beginners often say, I'm at my room.
Yes, and we gently correct it to, I'm in my room.
But even if they say it wrong, we still understand.
That's the important part. Communication comes first.
Grammar comes later.
Emma, tell me about your day using in and at.
Okay, I woke up at 7 a.m.
Good.
I stayed in bed for 5 minutes.
Very relatable. I was at home all morning.
Nice. And later, I worked in my office.
Clear and natural.
See, listeners? This is real English, not test English.
Sometimes learners ask, what if I forget?
Yes, that's okay.
Use what feels right.
Your brain learns by using, not by fear.
Do you remember your biggest confusion?
Yes, I said I'm in the bus stop.
That bus stop again.
It taught me forever.
Mistakes are teachers.
Kind teachers sometimes.
How do you feel about in and at now?
Comfortable.
Not stressed?
Not at all.
That's the goal.
English should feel friendly, like a conversation.
Not like a problem.
Listeners, breathe.
You are doing fine.
Every sentence helps.
Every mistake teaches.
And every try builds confidence.
Jack, I'm smiling.
Me too. Learning feels good when pressure is gone.
Yes, English becomes part of life, not something to fear.
Jack, something feels different now.
Yes, English feels softer.
Less heavy.
That's what understanding does.
It removes fear.
Let's talk about time again.
Good idea. Learners often mix this up.
At night.
Correct.
In the morning.
Also correct.
At 5 o'clock.
Exact time.
In 2025.
Long time.
Small point.
Big space.
That kind of thinking really helps.
Emma, what about feelings?
Ah, very important.
You are inside your emotions.
That's beautiful.
Let's do a funny example.
Okay, I'm at my phone all day.
Very modern English.
But we usually say, I'm on my phone.
English loves to surprise us.
Yes, but today we stay with in and at.
Jack, tell me a short story.
Okay, I was at the cafe.
Nice.
I sat in a corner.
I can see it.
I was in a hurry.
Emotion again.
But I felt safe at that place.
That sounds real because it is.
Notice something, listeners. Small words can carry big meaning.
Yes, in and at show location, time, and even emotion.
They help listeners picture what you mean.
Without them, English would feel blurry.
Exactly. That's why practice matters.
Every day, try to notice these little words.
They are small helpers for your English.
And they make learning easier, calmer, and more fun. What?
The story feels clear because in and at guide us, like signs on a road.
Jack, beginners often think, I must be perfect.
But perfection blocks speech.
Yes, comfort creates confidence.
Confidence creates fluency.
How do you practice, Jack?
I talk to myself.
Really?
Yes, I say, I'm in the kitchen. I'm at the sink.
That's smart. Daily life is the best teacher.
English lives in daily moments, not only in books.
I feel learners relaxing now.
Me too. They are not afraid anymore.
They're just learning. That's the right feeling.
Any last thought before we continue?
Yes.
Tell me.
If you forget in or at, keep speaking.
Meaning matters more, always. English listens to effort, not perfection.
I like that.
Me too. I think this is the moment learners usually feel something change.
Yes, not perfect English, but comfortable English.
That feeling when your chest relaxes and you stop translating in your head.
You just speak, even if it's simple.
Do you remember the first time English felt normal to you?
I do. What happened?
I stopped worrying about small words like in and at.
Exactly. That's such an important moment because confidence doesn't come from rules.
It comes from use.
Use again and again.
Emma, what about learners?
Learners often ask, what if people judge me?
Yes.
But most people don't judge.
They listen.
And they appreciate effort. English is a bridge, not a wall.
When you say, I'm at work, people understand.
When you say, I'm in my office, they see you.
That's communication.
That's success, not perfection.
I want learners to remember one thing today.
What is it?
Small words don't control you.
You control them.
They are tools, friendly tools, helping you explain your life.
Your morning.
Your work.
Your feelings.
Your dreams.
I feel proud of our listeners.
Me too. They are practicing, learning, and slowly gaining confidence.
Every small effort counts.
Every sentence spoken is a victory.
Mistakes are just steps on the path.
And each step makes English feel easier and friendlier.
Remember, in and at are not obstacles.
They are helpers, showing the listener where, when, and how.
Yes, and when learners understand that, English becomes natural.
That's right. Natural, relaxed, and ready for life.
Listeners, keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy every word.
You're doing wonderfully. Keep going.
Thank you for being here today.
And remember, small words are your friends.
In and at are here to guide you.
Not to scare you.
English is alive, just like your daily life.
And every day you use it, it becomes a little easier.
That's our goal. Comfortable English, not perfect English.
Exactly. And that's a reason to smile.
Me too. Keep practicing, listeners. You are doing great. Because learning a language takes courage.
And patience.
And kindness to yourself.
Yes.
If you're listening right now and you feel slow,
That's okay.
if you feel confused,
That's completely normal.
and if you make mistakes,
That means you're trying.
and trying is already winning.
English is not a race.
It's a journey,
And every step counts.
even small ones.
Especially small ones.
I love that.
Me too.
Friends listening,
You're doing better than you think.
speak slowly,
Think clearly.
use in,
Use at.
and just keep going.
This is Talk Dada.
If this episode helped you,
Please like the video
subscribe to learn with us every week.
and write one sentence in the comments.
Use in or at.
Just one sentence.
We will read it,
We will smile.
and we will learn together.
Keep practicing.
Keep believing.
English is already inside you.
You're just letting it out.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.